Așa. Așa, mă. Să vedem aici. Nu l-a dat încă. Uite ce e aici.
Lan piç Yunan. Lan Yunan. Bana bak bana. Yunanistan köpeği.
Sen gıp mısın çocuk?
Uite ce azi, mă, chinjilor.
The blue team has scored for the first time.
Ia asta e. Ah, din spate, mă.
Reloading.
Mamă, ce cape, la.
Target down. Cover me.
M-a luat, mă.
Reloading. Nice shot.
Mamă, ciudat asta, mă, catar. Talentul tău. Bulangii stau ascunși. Hai cum cu ăștia să nu moare. Da. Până acum.
No mercy. Target down.
Racii nu știu ce au lovit. Yeah. Bulangiu.
Enemy down.
Și naiba sunt singur. Bă, jocul nu vreau, nu se moare. Ce capi am prins.
Expired.
Na. Că a ieșit în gloanțe. Oare aici nu-i? Zici tu că aici nu-i? Se pare că nu e aici.
Narrative to actually winning at the end of it all. But for me, one thing I'm looking out for today with those chicken dinners on board, and talking about placements wise, is that at the top of our leaderboards we have a lot of points being sponged away.
Correct.
So if you are those teams trying to get into that 16th place spot, you're gonna have a harder time of it because you're going against some absolute titans at the top of the lobby who don't necessarily need the points, but will be taking them anyway.
Yeah, that's right. From winning the league to winning a place at the league final. Let's take a look at how things shape up in regards to who can try and get themselves to that top 16 spot here for our league finals, because of course we looked at it a little bit yesterday, John, in terms of how many predicted points these teams will need to try and qualify for that top 16, and right now in the last day, here's where we're sat at currently, John.
Yeah, 85 currently the predicted bubble based on some statistical analysis. Obviously it is a prediction, which means it isn't certain that that's the number they'll need to cross,
Correct.
but it's likely to be so. Over the next 2 games, what that means is Alliance, they need to get 6 points. Seems relatively achievable, right? They should be okay. Over these 10 games, they've had an 8-point average, which means that they're looking good to be able to surpass that relatively comfortably. But as you get further down and further down, they're going to need to outperform themselves more and more and more, ending up on this table with the Force obviously down on 53, needing to get 33 extra points to even be in with a chance of passing that bubble line, and it's going to be such a difficult ask for them today after the performances they've had.
Blank?
So for Unicorns of Love, I said that I was looking for them to cross the hurdle yesterday. Now they've only got 2 games to do it. They've got currently a 6.1 per game average right now, and they're going to have to more than double that per game to even get above this threshold, which, like I said, which is just a statistical analysis, but it is at the end of the day a prediction. So it could be higher than they need to reach. But right now, just from what we've already seen, 85 is the limit. But that's still a 12.5 per game average. But we were talking about chicken dinners, James. We were talking about chicken dinners. An average so far from a chicken dinner we see ranges from about 18 to around about 33, 32 points on the high end of things. So if they can get an average game and get 25 points in one game, they're looking in a good spot to get in, but they have to get another chicken dinner. And honestly, the where they've got it before was on Sandhawk, where things are very volatile. They're very, very messy. And it feels like sometimes on Sandhawk, you just win games. And it's not necessarily because you made the best rotations or you did some great killing. It's just because that's the way Sandhawk goes. So I would like to see them potentially get a game on a more favorable map like Anghel, which is much cleaner. The question is, can they do it? Can they do it? It would be great to see, because Unicorns of Love, they're a well-known organization, and it would be a shame for them to go out now.
It definitely would be. And just for people at home watching, just to remember from our overall league table, currently 16th place has 69 points, 17th place has 69 points. So even if that average changes in terms of who's going to be able to qualify for that top 16 spots, it's that close. We're really getting down to the wire here today. Let's check in as well with the schedule, as we've got 4 more games remaining for all of these teams to try and grab themselves that league finals spot. We'll have 2 Anghels to bookend things, and then we've got ourselves Sandhawk and Vikendi in the middle. So we're starting off with Group A, and I believe it was Group C with them, correct me if I'm wrong. C.
Yeah, we got AC. I know, because it's cold in the room, like the AC really is. Group C here, we've got Wildcats as well. Headquarters, I'm pretty excited to look towards as well, James, to be honest with you.
John, you shook your head at him like a disappointed dad once.
Yeah, I feel like AC. I'll go with it. I'll go with it. You know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh dear, I love how you two interact with each other. It's so funny. But anyway, coming up, John, with Anghel on the way. We've seen some great games in Anghel. It has not disappointed at all throughout the entire league play, I feel.
No, it's been a relatively consistent, cerebral, rotational style of map, and it's been really great to see how the teams have adapted, how they've changed. Specifically, I mean, we talked about Class Game Esports earlier.
Yeah.
They have had you know, they started off not so great and they adapted, they changed, they found their footing in after that first day's games. And it was fantastic to see, well, the first couple of days' games, but they still have managed to rise up to third based on some smart rotations. You're humming at me. Are you in agreement, or is that
it's an agreement. It's an agreement.
Okay.
Well, I mean, come on, let's be honest, boys. Class Game, as well as Na'Vi, have dominated the last couple of Erangels, so let somebody else have a go, Blank.
It is true, and I think that it is time for someone else to have another go, because Class Game Esports, they drop in very peer at the moment. The two games we've seen them do fairly fantastic on is where it's dropped down to Sosnovka, so they've had a fairly easy path. Not only have they got chance to keep teams on the Western Bridge, but they also can get in there really early afterwards, so they can get a few free kills, get in, make sure they know what the lay of the land is, and then move in afterwards, whilst other teams are trying to rotate down from the northern side of the map. So if we see like a more favorable circle that's towards the center, potentially it's time for another team to step up. And you know, I'm just looking for a team like potentially Unicorns of Love to not leave Pachinki so early, because you have a lot of rotational paths available to you. Try and think about where you want to go and then take it.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll send you on out. We are almost ready here for the game. Going to be a good old time here. Let's check out over on Twitter as well. Hashtag Emea League, as well as at esports PubGM. Join the conversation, and let's bring on the commentators here for Erangel to get things started for our final day. It's the final day, Max. Man, you excited? Woo-hoo-wee.
Hella excited. Hey, Kalash, hope you're doing well. But yeah, can't wait to jump into the action. We've got 4 more games, and after that, we only have the top 16 teams.
That's right.
Into the league finals, and extreme hype.
The day we get rid of 16. In fact, I'm gone as well. I'll see you in a few.
Hey, see you later. There you go. Kalash got eliminated. He's not going to make it to the league finals. Feels bad, man. But yeah, Imperium, how you doing, man? Ready to get into the action? We've got 4 games. It's going to be intense. It's going to be epic.
Man, it's going to be pretty damn awesome. I'm going to quote Baba from yesterday's interview. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, and every single one of these teams that are fighting for the top 16 spot, they are going to have to play like a champion if they're going to make it through.
Indeed, playing like a champion, and only champions will make it to the next stage. 16 teams are after make it to the league finals for next weekend, and after that, top 3 teams will make it to the global championship. So overall, the stakes are high. And the pressure is high over here, and just like Blank was saying, you've got to get the AC in to try and really cool down the atmosphere, because it's a very fiery atmosphere in Imperium. It's really tense, and I think that a lot of teams are potentially thinking of going extremely passive, or maybe some teams like we did see yesterday, the Monster, maybe hot drop it to get a lot of frags under their belt.
Well, I was talking to El Chapo's Snake Squad, and him and the team have already recognized this from yesterday's game. So they are planning on not dropping in Rozhok because of the potential hot drop in Rozhok from the Monster. And that's something that every single team is going to have to be aware of, right? That's something that every single team is just going to have to be able to, as much as possible, adapt to, and maybe thread with a little bit of caution. For the teams at the very top that are kind of in the safe zone, all well and good. For the teams in the bottom zone, you've got nothing to lose. It's the teams that are kind of in the middle. That's, you know, it's do or die, it's life and death, so to speak.
Talking about the zone, the phase 1 circle zone is going to be actually really, really kind to these teams. It's going to be dead center almost, and a lot of these teams are going to be inside 12. I think will have to rotate in, but there's a lot of room on the eastern edge of Quarry. So overall, this is like one of the best circles and playing path we had so far, but you're going to be potentially seeing a few teams getting close to each other, especially up north. The Wildcats going very split.
Oh, Max, this is a false sense of security for the teams, right? You know, I'm not feeding into this phase 1 circle. No, most people feed into this phase 1 circle and think, this is great start to the game. No. I'm expecting hard shifts in this game, right? I'm expecting some pain in the ass shifts. Maybe not phase 2, maybe not phase 3, but phase 4. Yeah, man, teams should definitely expect the unexpected with these circle shifts.
And myself and Kalaris yesterday, we wanted a city finish. Maybe today, maybe on the final day of the league play. I think that would be a good way to end it off. And even though it would be absolute mayhem and the end game would more feel like a game of Sandhawk than anything else, I think it'll be intriguing to see. We're going to be then, of course, on the Monster. They did drop over here this time around on the ankle game yesterday. Not going to be the team that they were opening for today, so there's not going to be a hot drop, there's not going to be early kills their way. But also, you know, the Monsters, maybe they should not only aim for kills, also positioning points, because short is less than what it used to be in the past, was like 20 points for chicken dinner, now it's 15. But still, that's a significant amount, and I think that here the Monsters could also put big emphasis on taking those big wins.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely. And kind of, you know, to touch upon what Blank said about the points for a chicken dinner, across the 20 games that we've had so far in the EMEA League, the average points per chicken dinner has been 25.55. I would say the kind of majority numbers we've seen have been like 23 points, but the average is 25. So by all means, it is possible. But of course, the caveat to that is for the teams that are
Hala.
is maybe a little bit risky. I know Sandro and Nano have kind of sent themselves forward, but again, that lack of information, and with SWAT 69 rotating earlier, they are going to have to be very careful.
I mean, this is what Unicorns of Love do normally, right? They always go to the east, and they always try and take themselves a position next to Potato Hill to gather information early on. There's pretty central circles, so they're going to move on by. They do spot a few players off SWAT 69 in the distance, but Nano, he's going to be taken solo. Damar is going to be over there, and they're going to have actually ZART take himself that knockdown initially onto Nano. And here, unfortunately, you said it right. Lack of information. They did not know the team of SWAT 69 were there, and they're going to lose one player right off the bat.
Yeah, but that's going to be returned by Sandro with the DB28, so that's nicely done for Unicorns of. It's not ideal because they've lost the player, but for them to at least maybe clap back, send a bit of a message to SWAT 69 and just suppress those players and create more freedom, it's a good response.
Yeah, you bite the Unicorns bite back. As nicely done by Sandro. But Pocus now really stuck in this dip. It's not going to be an easy way for him to rotate out. And I think that now, especially the rest of SWAT 69, they got that information and know where he is. The moment he tries to move away from that, if he doesn't have a smoke, could make things a little bit more complicated. So I would recommend pick up some... Oh, wait a second. Polar Ace are pushing down onto Unicorns of Love from the top of Potato Hill. So split, Unicorns of Love. They are struggling to take these fights on an even footing. And Ulysses having no meds, no heal-offs, no utility is going to get absolutely obliterated by the side of Polar Ace. No, we said at the start, right, they have a chance of making it on through, but they are not making it easy for themselves.
Well, you know, like for Polar Ace, you know, who are in a different situation compared to Unicorns of Love and SWAT 69, respectfully, you know, they have kind of nothing to lose. They're currently in 28th spot, 34 points, an average of 3.4 points per game. They have in no way, shape or form played to their full potential throughout the EMEA League. But hey, it's the last day, nothing to lose. Play with your heart, play with that passion and that aggression. And, you know, we'll see it come through at the end of the day. Like, look at the fact that they have Perks and Jody for this last day. Those two players have really, I don't think, even featured in their EMEA League games up until this point.
Yeah, they did steal Perks from Unicorns of Love, the EU team or the ex-EU team, so that was still really nice from Perks being able to join up with the Polar Ace squad. I do think they can pull on through, really, if they get some big results, as we do know they can do. I'm hoping that we can have Ked things and Sajek's kind of performances in today. If they do so, it could be possible, but we all know Imperium that is going to be an extremely hard kind of...
It is.
Run of events they're going to have to go in their favor to take this win potentially today. So, still best of luck to the team.
Of course. So, looking at the position of some of the teams, Snake Squad that we see featured on our screens, they dropped in Pubg, safe area. The good thing for them is that only old team are actually on the eastern side with them, so their rotation towards the center of the circle is going to be automatically a lot freer and a lot easier. Still, the timing has to be on point because they have to get that level of information, and they shouldn't play too passive. Otherwise, come phase 2, phase 3, it's going to be a little bit harder. And then for the likes of other teams on the western side, like 12-18, Royal Esports and Fastplay Wildcats, it's a little bit more hectic. And as they rise over the hill from Everest, overlooking kind of Headshot Hills, you know, they do have to be aware that as they look over that, they could come across more teams.
It's now called Headshot Hills, as said by John Blank. It changes every few seasons. We'll change the name every few minutes, I'm sure.
Every tournament that's going
every tournament, John and Blank are going to change the name, so they'll find some more in the future. I like the fact that Monster did move away from Rozok really early on. I think that their team would tend to linger on a little bit too much in drop locations, so they're trying to be a little bit more reactive, get himself center circle, because literally, I'm going to say right now, the Monster take one loss, like one, even just average game, they're not going to take it. They need huge, insanely good results to do. Have a slim chance to make it on through, so we'll see how that's going to be working out for them. But 12-18 now on the western edge in Gatka Fields. They're going to have to force on through. You've got Royale Esports, you've got Headquarters. 12-18 going to have to put a little bit of scouting before breaching the circle.
Phase 2 centered up, and I kind of expected that with Phase 2 a bit, but again, expect the unexpected. It's given a little bit more freedom for the likes of World of Wonders and Umbra. Let's be fair, those are two teams that don't have to worry about their overall position, don't have to worry about not being in the top 16. They're already there. They have their plane ticket booked. They're checking in. They're going to be heading on to the flight, at the end of today, all good in the hood. So they can play with a little bit more freedom. They don't need to worry.
That'll be fine. Snake Squad will indeed take a few little shots versus Old Team, who's getting really close by. Old Team, though, they have a big emphasis and focal point onto the more northern edge, towards the plateau area, specifically of World of Wonders. So they're going to make it over there, potentially a few DMR/sniper shots coming on through if they really want to. But they are pushing this one really far over to the compound, so might have a little bit of a long-distance shot between them and World of Wonders, so we'll have to keep that in mind and keep on our screens.
It's a great compound that Old Team have rotated onto. Was it a bit of a deeper rotation than I would like to have seen? Could they have stopped and scouted a bit? Yeah, but the fact that nobody's there, they've gotten there before, wow. First, hey, fair play to them.
I'm surprised World of Wonders are coming out like this in the open when they should have normally seen Old Team really rotating into this compound, so I think that's a little bit surprising. But World of Wonders, take a few shots, instant response, U-turn, back to the compound nearby, so they'll be okay. And now it will really turn down to what I just said, right? A battle of knocks, a battle of just using the utility and the resources of your opponents, shooting down also their med pack, shooting also their helmet and also their vest. So that's what we're going to try and do on each other. And you never know. Also, Old Team, they got, I would say, nothing to lose in this one. If they get one knock on World of Wonders, they might just full send and just go out with a bang, literally.
Exactly. Teams a little bit more under pressure down south. Nasser Esports and Unicorns of Love are close to each other. Again, two teams fighting for that top 16 spot. You have Arab GSG to the northwest of them. You have headquarters to the west of Arab GSG, and SWAT 69 are still in the same place they were at the start of this game outside of Pachinki.
This little shot's going to be exchanged, really looking for that initial knockdown. Umbra, they're looking good. Like, we don't have to worry about Umbra whatsoever. The fifth position. Fifth position, by the way, with Zero Chicken Dinners doing really similar performances to Class Game in a way. So they deserve still a lot of respect. Umbra being like one of the underdogs team, I would say, going into this event and actually really outdoing all of my expectations. So just for that alone, Umbra deserve all of the respect in the world. So let's see if they can try and maybe snatch away that top one position, even though I don't think it'll be able to happen because World of Wonders are just so comfortable up there with Navi.
Yeah, definitely 110%. Anything can happen, though, in these games. And this is a little bit more passive than we've seen over the last 2 days. And I think that's to be expected. Again, we have this mix of teams who are, we have right now, in my opinion, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 teams that are kind of in that zone fighting for the top 16. And those teams are playing relatively passive, relatively safe, and across the lobby we've seen very little action. Only 4 players have gone down. No teams have been lost. So let's see where Phase 3 goes. It's going to be the hard shift that I did expect, but it's gone down south, and that's okay because it's complemented most of the teams who are already inside the circle. And I'll tell you what, Unicorns of Love and Nasser Esports, they're going to be breathing a decent sigh of relief on that shift.
I want to see an instant response from SWAT 69, which you currently already see, and they're already seeing themselves Damar pushing on forward because they're downhill. If they wanted to move away from the edge of the circle on the next shift, it's just got a slim chance of going in their favor. SWAT 69 have to move away from that compound, which indeed they're doing. They sent Damar forward, scouted the information, the rest of the team follows. That is what I want to see from SWAT 69. That is the reason why they can make it through to the league finals.
It's going to be tough for our GSG because they're kind of in the center and teams are hovering and rotating around them. Snake Squad are going to be to the right of the Monster. The Monster seem to be kind of full sending it towards Arab GSG.
There it is, the crash going to be happening. First crash of this game, first crash of day 6. He will be coming out victorious of this one. Bayat's going to be holding on strong to the top side of this building. He's been doing so much work for the Arab GSG team, even though they've been struggling on the bigger picture. But Vito, really, he's feeling confident on that position. Teams from down south could have just a nice little sneaky angle onto Vito if he's not really taking that one carefully. Farron going to go for the push downstairs. Finds himself a nice trade up. Bayat will be following up, going for his own 1v2 versus Crazy and Roz, but unfortunately Bayat will be overwhelmed by the opposition. Zorro and Elito got to try and join up on the fight with their allies, or otherwise Farron and Bayat will both get flushed away. Got to make use of that man advantage. Vito now going to go for the push. 2 players of the opposing side were knocked away. Vito. As I said it right, if you stay in that position, a third party could potentially be happening, and it will be happening indeed. That's going to be Boyka taking himself that knockdown also, but Andelito of Arab GSG will get knocked down. Zoro will be left as a one-man team. And this is looking like the end of Arab GSG in this fight versus the Monsters. They know where Zoro is. He's going to go for the first aid kit, but it's not going to happen. But still, Snake Squad, they're going for a long-distance fight. They're third party in. Extremely hard. Zoro takes up one. Can he get the second onto Roz? He's going to have to really shoot another weapon, switch over if he can. Roz going to go for the push inside, and that is going to be it. Arab GSG will end up eliminated in 14th.
That is the end of Arab GSG, and I can confidently say that is the end of their journey in the Emea League. Unfortunately, they were in 29th coming into this first game. Going out in 14th is not going to be good for them. But as we pan over, we see the World of Wonders are taking the fight on to Polar Ace. And Polar Ace held on to this Potato Hill area since the start of the game when they rotated from that school location. And here's the thing. We all know that playing on Potato Hill is quite tricky. It's long-winded, it's fast, it has decent kind of high ground, low ground areas where you can spread yourselves and it can hold on to multiple teams. The one thing that is a possible positive for Polar Ace is that Perks, even though he's dead, is used to playing Potato Hill, so might be able to help guide the team.
The team a little bit, but the circle is going to be guided towards Snake Squad, and it's Esports Imperium right on the western edge of Farm. Wildcats, they got an easy rotation right. They're just going to wrap around over on the east, just find a nice little compound down southeast, I believe. Maybe actually, oh, you know what? I'll take that one back. Nick's Congenials are going to snatch it away first, and they'll have a decent position in circle.
And even Unicorns of Love are looking good based on this circle shift, Max. And hey, look, Fast Bay Wildcats, 18th in the standings coming into this game, so that is a team that, you know, we weren't expecting to be kind of in that fight. We're expecting to be confidently on top of the leaderboard, so it's a little bit unusual for me, but now they can make this game count.
There you go, Old Team going to be taking a fight versus Polar Ace. Polar Ace, they came down, they had the information on Old Team earlier as they rotated down here, and Old Team get absolutely obliterated, decimated by the Polar Ace team. These are the kind of games that Polar Ace are definitely going to be requiring to take a decent performance. Snake Squad, though, from down below, waiting for Polar Ace to, at one point in time, go down this hill. They're going to hold on strong to their central position on the circle. But the Monster actually going to get pushed upon by World of Wonders. World of Wonders going to mow down the opposition of the Monster. They pick up Roz. Is he going to go for the flush? Crazy going to get spotted away. Crazy will drop down to the Grozer shots of Sun HP, one of the top fraggers over in this EMEA League lobby. As VT trying to go for the last second res onto Mad Max, unfortunately will not have the time to do so. Will be contested by Enjoy 7. Goes for the jump shot through the window, but it's just not going to pay off despite them taking down Arab GSG with 4 kills going their way. They're going to be overwhelmed by World of Wonders and out in 11th.
The Hunters became the Hunted, and you know, it's like that typical, you know, kind of pyramid or whatever you want to call it in terms of, you know, you have the little fishy, you have the big fishy, then you have the shark. Well, the sharks came out to play in that team fight, and the little fishies that are the monsters got chewed up in that fight. But now Royal Esports, they're facing a little bit of pressure from 12-18.
A little bit of pressure, I think that's a lot of pressure. 12-18, they're just putting a barrage of shots onto Royal Esports, just like, oh no, I'm going to head out of here. I don't want to get involved. This is not cool. But Headquarters is actually going to be the next team they're going to have to really deal with. The Headquarters also in a pretty decent spot to control the more western edge of the circle. But 12-18 really taking their time to rotate in. And I think that here they just do not know the Unicorns of Love are a 2-man team currently on the compound down southwest. So 12-18 really thinking, how do we approach the circle? There are so many ways to do so, but it's really tricky on their end.
It is, especially because they kind of focus a little bit too much on Royal Esports, and one of the 12-18 players got swiped by Unicorns of Love who were inside the circle. The compound held onto by Unicorns of Love gives great sightlines on the higher ground hills just above that coastline, but 12-18 kind of recognize this, and they've gone for an instant rotation underneath Unicorns of Love, and they've even gone into the circle down on the south side. Unicorns of Love at least will be aware of that.
They already got World of Wonders up to 5 kills, and it's just like John and Blank said earlier on the desk. They said that, no, the top teams, they don't care if you're trying to qualify. They're just going to sponge up all those points. They're going to take them all for themselves, because why not? They're just not going to give a damn of the opposition, which is how you should be doing things. But Royal Esports currently, I would say they need about, you know, good old 50 points if they want to qualify. If they die now, I'm going to say right now it's over for them. They need to take 2 really good games.
And one thing I didn't quite realize is that SWAT 69 got taken out, Max. And they were in 16th on 69 points. So Could this be the end of their run? Is that the hope lost for their side coming into their final game of the EMEA League? Of course, we'll have to find out. Until then, this game continues on. And what did I say about the circle shifts, Max? It's gone once again in the southeast.
Snakes Congenials just preying on their lucky stars. They're looking good, but 12-18. They see this, right? They did go for the wide rotation around Unicorns of Love. They did scouted. They saw them. They didn't want to take the breach because they do not know how many teams, how many players are in that compound, so they're not going to take that risk whatsoever. They're going for a 2-2 split, saying 2 players forward to scout on the compound of Snakes Congenials and thinking if they want to breach it later on down the line. But once again, Royale Esport, they got 15 seconds Imperium. Their car in shambles. This literally looks like the end of Royale Esports. I cannot see them come out on top.
Plus, World of Wonder actually creeping kind of behind Headquarters. Now, that could go into favor of Royal Esports because Headquarters could get distracted by World of Wonders. But right now, it seems like both teams are focusing on the Royal Esports.
Yep, Headquarters also going to try and use those shots between Royale and World of Wonders. Then she try and disengage and a few players on forward. At least one scout is what is going to be happening. But World of Wonders also just understanding, this is not worth it. Would you have them one player of Royale Esports going down because of the blue zone? Also, World of Wonders, they're just going to YOLO mode, sending it forward onto Polar Ace. Polar Ace, they know a lot of teams are going to try and contest this northern rotation and that northern position. So they're going to smoke themselves up, try and hold on to that position as long as possible. But Snake Squad, they have a compound which is currently outside of circle, but they're not rotating just yet. They want to put the pressure down, diminish the amount of teams in the northern edge before rotating themselves as Royale Esports go down, and so will their hopes and dreams of making it to the league finals.
Snake Squad do most of the work for World of Wonders. Happy day, so that means there's less potential danger for the side of Polar Ace, but now it's Headquarters. They're going to take the fight to 12-18. That's going to be another knockdown onto Jammers.
Yeah, that 2-2 split, I think, it was a good idea overall, but I think that they did linger on a little bit too much, especially for that 2 split of Nuggets and Psych. So very unfortunate for 12-18, going to lose 2 of their very precious players, but Headquarters still got a little bit of pressure to go through. You know, Unicorns of Love, despite losing 2 players very early on to SWAT 69 and Polar Ace, they're still able to keep himself focused in a shack. He's in a decent spot so far, and he's just going to take this one very slow because Unicorns of Love literally cannot afford a bad game. He's got to scout it up, or otherwise it will be the end potentially for the Unicorns. There's going to have a great spray coming out. World of Wonders will be out, but we don't really talk about that too much because they're still looking just so good.
Yeah, they are looking so good. And this is also good for Snake Squad. Again, they kind of punish World of Wonders on behalf of Polar Ace, and that was great because they grabbed a couple of kills. They're on 2 so far. With 8 teams left standing, they're on the northwestern edge of the circle. They don't have to worry too much about Polar Ace for now, but they will have to think about Nasser Esports on the western side.
Headquarters also a team that's looking really good so far in this tournament. They've been just absolutely popping off in 8th position. They are going to be nice and dandy position. Oh, Northern Ship, man, we've got hard shift after hard shift. You mentioned at the very start, right? No, phase 1 circle, it was very nice. It was very kind to the teams and players. Now just go, oh, left, right, okay, left, right, what's happening? I do not know. It feels more like a game of Twister than PUBG Mobile itself. It's going to be in the vicinity of Snake Squad and Polar Ace.
Snake Squad, again, breathing a sigh of relief.
Unicorns.
Headquarters go down. That's going to be the end of Unicorns as well. Not a good result. Barely in the top 5. And that is going to put us down to 16. It's a bit of a feels bad man indeed, but it does create more space on the outside of the circle for 12-18 and Nike's Congenials to move into the circle.
We said it right. Polar Ace, their team that, in our books, they can perform. They can make it happen. If we have, ourselves, Savage X, Ked performing, Perk, despite him taking away, you could still potentially direct his team a little bit in a better fashion to try and take himself this win. They got 7 kills already, making it into top 6. Like, Polar Ace, if they take a win here, I'm going to put them back into the race. Literally, I think they've got such a big potential.
If you notice, they've been actually quite calculated with those kills because Ked is the highest damage dealer. He's in like 7, but Savage X gets knocked.
Jack's going to be taken down, as just said, but the Wildcats under pressure. Ked able to find himself that frag. That's going to be 8 kills in the vicinity of Polar Ace. The nades looking clean. Ked goes for it. Mer is going to be spotting that nade away. The nade will explode, hitting a lot of damage, but nades continue also getting spotted away. About 12-18 as they're just lingering in the backside into the shadows. Ked going to be found away. The flush will be happening for the Wildcats. Polar Ace down to 1 player. That is going to be extremely risky. It's going to be Jody, the old player of Scrim Farm. Can he be the hopes of dreams of his team to make it to the league finals? Can he get a good result for his team? We'll have to wait and see. But 12-18 going on to next Congenials. Fan Vitamin, Yankee, Shimilo. But 12-18 just not seeing this as a fight that they desperately have to take outside. They're just going to get in circle and get a better spot. Oh my god, El Chapo! The Mirador of this game just sniping everyone in the lobby.
Snake Squad fighting for the top 16 spot, Max. They're on 4 kills so far. El Chapo being that sightline high ground on top of that tower, giving information to the rest of his team, and more importantly, creating space by grabbing those kills on the remaining players inside the circle, inside this lobby. 5 kills for Snake Squad in this game so far.
I mean, they're 14th. As long as they remain, a minimum consistent on these games, they should be fine. So really, these kind of performances, these kind of kill points, especially 5 going their way, is exactly what they need. You still got the Snake, Jody. He's going to be the main focal point of this one. I'd say the earlier he dies, the least chance it is for his team to really make it to the next stage. So he really has to try and get rid of Naked Congenials and Wildcats, or maybe just avoid them as a whole, which... we understand that Imperium is going to be a very hard task to achieve for him, as the circle is just about to rotate once again.
The 3 teams we really have to focus on is Nasser Esports, Fastplay Wildcats, and Snake Squad. Those are the 3 teams that are in most danger of losing or not losing a top 16 spot.
El Chapo, so this guy's just bullying the lobby from this position. It is a ballsy move though, Imperium, but he understands now the circle, not in his favor. He's got 30 seconds, doesn't want to get pressured by the blue. He's going to move on forward. Catch! Doing some work on these Congenials. Find himself Jackie, Vitamin-less player standing for these Congenials. Jody, he's seen a few knocks happening on the eastern edge. He wants to maybe use this opportunity to strike while he still can. Strike while the iron is hot. The nades will not connect. The utility will not be there for Jody just yet, as the circle's slowly going to be actually pushing all of these players towards him. So he can maybe use that rock to his full advantage to take 1 kill on Nakes and 1 kill on the Wildcats.
Nasser Esports and Snake Squad are fighting 2 teams, and they're running for the top 16. 3 knocks onto the members of 2 knocks onto the members of Snake Squad, but El Chapo with the nade.
El Chapo, freaking stop! He's just dominating and bullying this lobby into oblivion. But an ASR though, Vector Power, you love to see it. Imperium Satan coming in to play for an ASR Esports. The El Chapo will be saving the glory days of his team of Snake Squad, though. Going to get the last second res onto Senku. Satan going to go for the push or for the res behind that car, which is apparently going to go for. But they got naded earlier. This is still a risky position to go for when potentially they still have a few nades up in their back pocket. He gets another res. But Satan not going to go for the res. He wants to go aggressive. He wants to eliminate Snake Squad right here, right now. It's going to be a 1v2 versus Boycat and Chapo. And now because Boycat is going to get a first aid kit, potentially, if he's got time to do so, it would be huge. But nice. NASR taken down by, once again, Boycat and El Chapo. These guys are legendary, but 3 teams are still in this game. Jody of Polar Ace is still in play. They did get rid of Nate's Congenials because of 1-2-1-8. It's going to be a game. 12-18, Polar Ace, and also Snake Squad. But this is a huge game, especially for both Polar Race and Snake Squad. If they take a win, it's just confirming their chances of potentially still making on over to the league finals.
Snake Squad, 9 kills in this game. I said to El Chapo, play your own game, play to your strengths.
Jody, this is huge. 10 kills already for them. Potentially chicken dinner spots. Also, Boycat cannot hit the shots, unfortunately. If he takes second position with 11 kills, it would be insane. But Boycat dies, stolen away by 12-18. Bandita doing the work. Jody, this is a 1v1. This is a huge game once again. 12-18. They're all fine in terms of the standings. But Polar Ace, this is their redemption arc. This feels like an anime. Seeing how good this redemption arc is so far. But Jody going to snake his way on forward, looking for Bandita. It's going to be an AKM versus a Scar. Which one will be the mightiest? Who will be taking this game, Imperium?
Yes. First or second place can be the reason Polar Ace qualify or do not qualify. Game 1 of the day, they pulled out a stonking performance. They will need to follow suit. Whatever happens at the end of this one, I'm giving my bets over to Polar Ace. The way they performed in this game, the heart of a champion from the Potato Hill onwards inside these circles has proven that they have what it takes.
But right now we've seen actually, he got himself a tier 2 vest for Jody, a tier 1 vest for Bandita, and actually the helmet almost gone completely off for Bandita.
Yeah.
And that's a huge actually advantage going over to Jody. He's got 40 bullets compared to 47. Bandita apparently going to go for the DP28 play, close range. The bloom can be a little bit tricky to really control. And I think that is the reason why Jody has a little bit of an advantage going into this fight, because he has just better, tier 3 helmet and also that tier 2 vest.
Yeah, but Max, if you notice, the terrain just ahead of Jody is a lot clearer compared to Bandita, and Bandita is on that slightly lower ground terrain, which does give him just that minuscule more advantage should Jody snake his way over that little tiny elevated terrain.
to give them a little bit of an advantage. But when there's a snake finish like this, you just never know. Literally just able to get that surprise factor, spotting out the player beforehand is what can make the difference. But Bandita, he knows what he's doing. He's got himself a nice little spot of grass, a little bit higher grass, making himself really hard to detect by Jody. But this is just such a chill game. But once again, for you guys who did maybe join a little bit late, not sure exactly what this fight is for, Jody of Polar Race, they're currently standing down in 28th position. They need 2 huge games to have just a slimmage of chance to make it over to the league finals. This game might be the doing or the undoing of Polar Race as a whole. The circle is going to close up in just a few seconds around these teams. And you said it right, Jody is going to be in a patch of clear terrain, making it easy for Bandita to spot him out and initiate with a spray on that DP28. Jody, wrapping around. He makes it over, actually.
DP28 versus AKM.
There you go. Which one is the OP weapon? It's going to be a test run. Oh my god, this is so intense!
Has a slower fire rate, but AKM isn't exactly the best close range weapon.
DP28 struggles a lot. The bloom is going to be really hard. Jody spots him out. Bandita takes him down, and Polar Race take the win. And that is what they needed to do. The pickup from the Scrim Farm team over into Polar Race is paying off, is paying dividends, Imperium. And this game, if they do take another great performance on their second game today, can change the entire course of history for them.
Is it too little, too late? Is that going to be enough? We'll have to wait and find out. Before this moment, Polar Race take that chicken dinner. And Jody knew, because of that elevated train, that he had to stand up. He had to take that chance. And he took it. He took hold of it. And he ended up winning. Great game from Polar Race.
Yeah, very important win for them, considering that they are sat outside the safe zone right now when it comes to the bubble here. Brilliant stuff, Imperium, to see them get the win. They really wanted to take that patiently towards the end, and they had a great position. I think it was on Potato Hill for a lot of that game, especially considering the hard shifts, which didn't really help anybody for a long time.
Oh, no, it really didn't. And look, as I said during the game, Polar Race have in no way, shape or form played to their potential. And I would even say in this game they didn't, but they played so much better than what we've seen.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. I'll get you back here for our middle maps for the Battlegrounds coming up soon. And we'll bring on John and Xander here to talk about this one. A bit of a rough game for a lot of teams here, boys.
Nu știi dacă se oprește raiul.
Da, zic.
Se omoară. Hai că fac niște români.
Ești comentat pe live.
Da, mă aud?
Gata, te aud. Nu te auzeam, te auzeam pe live.
Mă aud pe live?
Da, acum te
Da,
aud.
bine. Hai să facem rom. Facem,
Bă.
da.
Fă-ți dar fără parolă.
Bine, hai.
Dar fă un weapon de ăla.
Bine, hai.
Hai.
Dacă ție de la pe o lui.
Bă, stai că am zis că fac altă. Fac all weapon de ăla. Haideți, mă. Hai să facem de Emea și gata. Care mă de Emea? Mare Jaxi. Hai că dăm așa. Dau așa talentul vostru.
Alo.
Alo.
Mai trăiești?
Ce?
Team match. Let's go.
The base will be
Facem aici,
activated
că
in
nu
5
mai
seconds.
nu-mi plac.
Cum?
Please get ready. Base A has been activated.
Și că buga asta, mă.
E săratul, bulangiu.
The blue team has occupied base A. A weapon crate has been activated.
Reloading. Cover me.
Ilo.
Ce loc mâncați aș gura dacă...
Nu grei, mă. Nu grei. Stai să-ți mi-au venit.
Că... Uite-mă că ți-au mâncați aș gura ta.
Uite, bă, ați bă cândva. Eu, cică,
Bă, vezi că e low.
da,
Se
ce
mor.
mă, că mă... Dar nu-mi place de asta, trebuia să dai tu de... Du-te, morții tăi.
The red team is leading as domination enters the second half.
Bă, dacă cum dracul știu, mă, mâncați aș gura ta cum chiar l-am făcut.
Să mă... Mamă, stai! Ce faci în Free Fire? Nu poate să mă știe.
Reloading.
Cum naiba, mă?
Bă, nu mai debă de asta, bă, lași.
Nu mă știu pe mapa asta să mor.
Eu nici nu știu să mă joc pe mapa asta și tu dai că... Până n-am.
The red team will soon take over a base.
Hai cum, mă, să-mi bag picioarele de mapa.
Cum morți tăi nu faci Free Fire?
The red team has taken a base successfully. Base B has been activated.
Bă, câți ani are mă combinatul ăla de copilul ăla, Embro ăla?
The blue team has
Ha, zi, mă, de-a
occupied
făcut
base B.
terminat.
Știu.
Păi de ce?
Am întrebat cu morțile mi-a dat Free Fire.
Nu aveți noroc.
Bă, să vorbească de nu știu ce vorbească. Băiatul, în primul rând.
A weapon crate has been activated.
Avem noroc. Să stea cu minte în banca lui, că nu joc competitiv, că dacă vreau îl bat și pe el și toată echipa lui.
Oh, chica. Bună.
Enemy down! Cover me!
Da, mă, stai camp. Nu te dracu.
Ce-au zis?
A zis că stai camp.
Reloading!
Pe care dintre noi este chiar? Ce-i trebuie, mă, la ăsta, mă? Joc eu prost, nu sunt crezit, că n-am jucat deloc.
Copilul ăsta mă creează.
The blue team is leading as domination enters the second
Bă, zici că
half.
joacă pe pamă.
Ce? Campează băiatul într-una, ce dracu.
Kill! Target down! Reloading!
Una din spate, frate.
Mamă, ce mă enervează, bă.
No mercy! Cover me! Nice shot!
Ce mie că stai camp. Ok.
Target down!
Dați mai din gura aia, botule.
The blue team will soon take over a base. The blue team has taken a base successfully. Base C has been activated. The blue team has occupied base C.
Expired!
Mă, mâine.
A weapon crate has been activated.
Să mor. Treacă ultimul bot.
Clear!
Dacă după fapte de meși îl pun acolo pe dea de mea.
Reloading!
Bine, ha?
Cover me!
Păi taci în pula.
Bă, vorbește frumos, băiatul. Vorbească dragă frumos. Că nu l-ai înjurat. Nu mă enerveze pe mine, pui mei.
pus morții mătii de 2 ani.
Eu vorbește frumos, mă.
The blue team is leading as domination enters the second half. The blue team will soon take over a base. The blue team has taken a base successfully.
Vorbește, mă, frumos.
Da, și mă, pe zi lui Bulangiu ăla să mă jure că ți-l bat, de-i scot jocul din cap. Că ai îmbrol cheamă pe el.
Și te scot jocul din cap, mâncați-aș gura ta. Stai așa un pic. Bă, noi nu ne jucăm să scoatem jocul din cap.
Ascultă-mă, eu nu, pe-mi daci în pula mea când vorbesc eu. De ce mă jură Bulangiu ăsta de morți fără să nu-i zic nimic?
Când te juram?
Ăsta, zică, vai de morții lui. Zică că numai cum, zică cum morții lui îmi dă Free Fire.
Bă, Anghel,
Când m-a jurat? Da, și bă, morți, bă, mă fac să te înjur, bă, bă, ai ani care ai. Prost, nu să mă cert eu cu copii mai mici la mine.
Bă...
Am intrat să mă joc for fun în pula mea, n-am intrat să mă joc cu copii toxici în pula mea.
N-ai jucat fun.
Hai, pe aici ești bot, ești nebun. Bă, cade glaciarul ăla, mă. A, te n-aveam eu timp să mă cer cu copii. I-au auzit, mă, zi, n-a.
Bine. Dar nu-l cunosc pe ăsta.
Nici eu.
Tu știi, Narcis?
De unde? Hai să jucăm un clasic. Ai mă plăște live-ul și cu altul.
Bă.
Ce?
De ce?
Că o să jucăm la Scream și scrie acolo Scream.
Nu, lasă acum jucăm la Scream.
Nu, stai să...
Bă, eu nu mă joc ăsta în clasic, că n-am PlayStation.
Peste jumătate de oră.
Nu, nu trebuie atunci.
Da, pe el nu-l mai opri deloc și facem așa.
Faci live la Scream?
Vezi că nu te auzi.
Faci live la Scream?
Da.
Hai, dă clasic.
Mamă, dar Selin se joacă toată ziua cu agentul.
Dă-l, mă, dracu.
Toți boți. Boți.
Bă, la primul live nu știu cine, ce și cum, dar mi-a dat un dislike, mâncați-aș gura ta.
Narcis, ce telefon are?
Ce?
Ce telefon are, Narcis?
Narcis, XR-ul.
Ce telefon? Păi și te întrece pe tine.
Ce?
11. Te întrece pe tine cu 11.
Ce face?
Te întrece pe tine cu 11 Pro Max?
Cum să mă întreagă?
Păi nu vezi că ai dat primul.
Dacă nu merge netul bine.
Da. Cine a dat dislike?
Like și dislike, oare ce dracu-i?
Eu nu știu ce.
Narcis,
Dai bootcamp.
ce, să luăm pe aia în pro la noi în clan? Nu, bă. Ia zi mai în pro, vii?
N-am rename.
Păi ce-i?
Ce, mă?
Ce-i, să-l punem pe aia în pro la noi în clan?
Nu.
De ce?
Că nu.
Lasă-mă, copilul. Că joacă bine.
Hai să joc eu.
Joacă dacă e.
O să zici?
Dar în clan prostul, nu în echipă.
Clan, da, lanță.
Acolo de dea în ajută, nu găsesc și eu. Dacă aș găsi și o armă de Doamne ajută, și fac.
Ia-i pat.
Am 16 măsi, că nu pot să trag cu ăsta.
Da, uite ce ai pat.
Watch out!
Mersi. Ceva de viață, n-avem?
Da, de viață? Am 10 bani.
Las că bandare am și eu.
Watch out! Marked a location. Marked a location.
Ești prost. Îl are hex sau ce pula ca lumea?
Păi?
Ești prost, tu le păcat.
Bă, ce le desenezi?
Ăla de
Marked a
sunt de acolo.
location.
Le la mine. Acum am dat cu tine. Da. Zic o fine, bătă. Vezi că e unul în spate cu M24. Mai e unul în plec.
Watch out!
Bă, ești prost?
Dar ți-a pus elevian, băi.
Watch out!
Ah, da finisher lui.
Tu nu ne
Bine.
Ce am lovat pe ăștia?
Le văd pe ăla de pe munte, mă.
Pe care am?
Da, urcă în 24 pe munte.
De nu i-am sparat pe ăștia. Se moară Gibilan.
Îi da lobby.
Hmm?
Le da lobby.
Ia auzi?
Okay. Help! I'm being surrounded!
Mă.
Tank. Sunt ca un tank.
Îți dau ăștia report.
E cum omoară
Te
botul.
bate bot. Ce fel de bot? Te bat boți.
Hmm?
Mic.
Rupere, mă, să mor. Ia zi mai în pro, sunt bine. Sunt bine sau sunt botus?
Ești bine.
Sunt bine, sunt. Dacă tu zici.
Da. Da.
Să vezi și reportul meu.
Asta am zis și eu.
Ai făcut peste 20 de kg.
Da, adevărat, 45.
Adică fac 45 să mor de nu.
Da.
50.
Păi,
80 ar fi mai bine.
37 e maxim.
Jumătate de mapă.
37 e maximul de hartă. De player care poți să...
Ce-am spart acolo scoadurile să mor.
Le erau triouri.
Nu contează.
Toți scoadurile, nu?
Față la pom.
Ce?
Uite-mă la
Uite-l, uite-l în față.
Uite-mă!
Uite-l.
Mamă, dar eu ești orb. Uai de ma. Ce report îți iei. Uite ce trage. Ce report îți iei.
De ce e că am luat prin copaci, printre copaci.
Da.
Au high ground-ul.
Au high ground. Uite așa să scrie. Hai că se scrie. Ia uite bă. Cei care nu știu engleză. High ground. Hai. Mamă, dar ai și tu recoil-ul ăla? Ce-i vede, mă?
Să mor.
Are.
N-ai cum, bă, să-mi bat piciorul. Serios? Da, dracu.
Bă, nu, n-are hack. N-are hack.
Ce?
Ăla n-are hack.
N-are. Bă, și am spart pe băieți să mor. Am dat pe ei. Ca nebună.
Ești bolun.
Dar tot timpul pățesc așa, să moară, să vină unul din spate să mă moară.
Făceai peste 20 de kilori.
Făceam.
Făceai
Hai, dai start.
sport calul. Ready, nu?
Cum?
Ready, nu start.
Dai ready. Ce i-am spart să moară Gibilan? Ce ești, mă dau bine? I am pro.
Și mie costumul tău.
Să-ți dau costumul meu?
Da, oi.
Ce, că dacă îți dau costumul devii mai bun?
Nu.
Ce da, dai.
I got supplies.
Ia pantalonile.
Nu trebuie. Mie îmi place să stau fără pantaloni. Dar nu vreau, sparte pe ăștia, mă.
Mama, mai fața aia zici că ești
Deci că
canici.
am coduri, a?
Asta aveți. Mamă, ce te uiți cu ochii aia.
Când să vezi cum iau videoclipul și le editez, să trimit la Tederica.
La Tede? De ce să-l trimiți la Tede?
Să-mi pună pe YouTube să facă promo.
Ridicula.
Hm?
Tipă naiba, nu te auzi greu.
I got supplies.
Lo?
Acum da.
Acum da.
Ei.
Am jucat bine, Narcis.
Da.
Am jucat, pe dracu.
Ai bătut 6 boți.
Ce, mă?
Ai bătut 6-5 boți.
Ce am, mă? 2 boți am bătut, 3 boți.
5.
Nu, minții.
Ai bătut pe aia de acolo. 4. Și 1 și 2 unul pe buchem și nu mai știu
Nu
unde.
fi nesimțit.
Tu că nu fi nesimțit tăi. Se bate aia nimeni. Poți.
Ce mă cam pe asta aici.
Hai, bă.
Să mor tu că ai dat-o cu grenada.
Du-te la Anghel, du-te la Anghel.
Mhm. Mhm. Da. Am jucat și eu dacă e.
Vine pe aici.
Să mor. Dar am jucat tank.
Ți-am spus.
Dar mă uitam acolo.
Restart.
Ce mă? Da, subscribe și cele toate.
Anghel.
Deci.
Bă.
Dați-mă acolo un like. Un subscribe. Mor că am aruncat tot timpul în aer și după am venit un fraier și m-a luat din spate. Cum e, bă? Zi și mie. Arunci bootcamp în aer și după aia vine un fraier și te aruncă în aer.
De ce ești frate? Ba nu.
În 30 minute avem scrim.
Mai dă costumul ăsta.
Ce?
Dă mai dă costumul. Băi.
Ce, măi?
Dă-mă costumul ăsta.
Mă lasă-mă, măi.
Lișai. Și cap. Ia stai ce... Să mă uit la capătul. Mamă, ai curcubeul ăla. Să mor eu.
Ce?
Ești că ești cu curcubeul la față.
Ei sunt. Uite, Dark. Kia. Ești români.
Da, nu.
Ce?
Ai tărbia. Da, bă, erau români, bă.
Ce prost e să mor.
Am vorbit. Roșu.
Și Dark. Ăia din Dark sunt români.
Tia. Jeri. A, păi ăia din CIA e român.
Da, mă. Bombă. Mamă, cum ai împins.
Ce bătai? La marmă.
Că mi-e curul.
Să nu-i mai știu.
Că e mutat acum, hai.
Marked a location.
Le-ai bătut pe ăsta?
Nu.
Îmi pasă sound-a.
Hai, eu luat altul.
Ori sculat, uite-l acolo în față.
Te vezi, bă. Așa.
Vrei, hai să dau de viață.
Da, ce-ai?
Cine aici?
Mamă, ce mă știa Gyro.
Mamă, ce prost era cu AKM. Scop de 6 pe AKM, mai fel.
Ma, ești stan. Să moară.
Trag prost, rău.
Mamă, în 24. Să-l iau. Hai că-l iau.
Bă, în spate.
Vreau să fac. Mamă, chinez. Bă, tu chinez.
Mă rog, băieții. Vezi că acolo e pe ea.
Știu. Mamă.
Uite, ea.
Mă, ce le dă? Din apă.
Pune-ți viață.
Acolo. N-am de viață. E de-a ta?
Da.
În sfârșit am găsit și eu M4. După jumătate de an am găsit și eu M4 ăsta.
Low aici.
Watch out!
Mai e acolo?
Vreau să o kill, mă.
Mai e, mă?
Da.
Nu te duc de o grenadă.
Nu știu de pe.
Nu te duc de o grenadă!
Oricum ai dat-o greșit în pui, băi.
Scuze, bă. Mă auzi?
Da, oricum ai dat-o greșit.
Ce?
Oricum ai dat-o greșit.
Păi da, mă, de te-am omorât pe tine. Nu?
Stai, mai treci o dată de contul, fă mai multe kill-uri.
Hai că întreg dacă e.
Ia uite flagrant, nu stă... 95.
Chierodi.
Nu vreau.
Dar nu mai găsești play.
Ce?
E Robi.
Nu mai ești play.
Știu că nu mai e.
Adevărat.
Dar pe mine m-ai lutat?
Nu. Hai, Paradise.
Ce?
Paradise.
Nu hai mă la flagrant.
Unde e flare-gun? A, uite-l încolo.
Watch out!
Da, bă și eu.
Haide. Oh, mai car.
Bă, 20 de kg.
Bă, atunci era șansa să fac 30. Uite că românul. Cristi.
Cristian.
3-2-2.
Dar nu mai trage, bă, că după aia știu ăștia tot de veliți.
Dar nici nu mai dă trupul.
De unde e flare-gun ăla?
Nu să nu
Păi, nana, el.
Un painan.
Bă, pe bune.
Marked a location.
Aha,
Bă.
mai trage.
Ca ți-aș talentul tău.
Bate-l pe care...
Marked a location.
Nu-l
Să
văd, frate.
finish. Vine la mine. Să finish. Bine, Doamne ajută. În sfârșit.
Hai aici.
O să stea. Este sus.
Pași.
Watch out!
Iarăși luat.
Este sus, bă.
Se mor dacă îl văd.
Uite-mă acolo, mă.
Marked a location.
Nu te du pușcă.
Bă, ăsta e codat.
Hai cu codat.
Avea lag. Ai cum să te reportat?
Da,
Să vin.
cât te viață.
Să băncoa. Poate îmi pică bombă în cap. Fix când de bai că nebunesc.
Ce
Nu
mă?
mai juc. Dacă ne pică de asta în cap, nu mai juc Pubg. Deci, nu curg cu VSS-ul azi. Am plictisit.
Ce rog mă curg toată ziua, nu numai cu VSS-ul.
Da. Asta avea OMP mâncați.
Tu te-ai găsit pe zonă, că ăștia-și fost tăiat la țop.
Aruncă mânarea asta la scând pe ăștia.
Că peste 20 de kg.
Hai bă, dă-te-mi!
Bă!
Nu mai pot cu el să mor eu.
Bă! Nu bă încolo de treabă.
Bă, dă-o dracu, mă. Și cred și finish ideea, mă, la copil. Cum n-ai, mă?
Băi, nevoie să...
Da, talentul vostru.
Hai că mă duc să mănânc, revin.
Hai, poftă bună. Săracul copilul, mă. Și croc și finish. Mă auzi, Narcis?
Da, trebuie să vorbesc cu băieții să intre pentru scriu.
Că faci talentul vostru.
Bă, și knock și finish.
Și knock și finish. Și eu zic, dacă gâlează una roșie, nu se mai facă Pubg deloc. Hă? Hai de capul meu.
Hai că da. Ia unde se moară ăștia, mă?
Se mor dacă știu. Oricum 20 de kg nu mai fac.
De ce nu?
E prea puțin. Și n-ai că tura trecută mereu 30 și aveam 18 kg, ești nebun.
Păi tu te acum așa stai și tu uiți așa. Nu te caută. Acolo, te duci tu. Acolo, treci apa. Până la liață, ăla.
Abonați-vă acolo, mă, viețile mele.
Ce?
Cu de place să aboneze.
Abonați-vă.
Uite, am fost.
Îți place Iosa, Luca de la pe tine.
Da, e furtună de pompieri.
Eu l-am ales.
Tu l-ai pus pe mine?
Da.
De ce?
Așa.
Cel mai rughiozan.
Ce?
Este cel mai rughiozan.
Tai 20 de kg.
Hai că 20.
Păi ce mă, că poți să faci și 25.
Hai că 25.
Ce?
Ha?
Ce?
Nimic, nimic.
Credeam.
Îmi trebuie 8 kg.
Dacă nu se vadă între ei, ai șanse.
Că nu se omoară ei.
Dacă eu luat tu pe toți, mai bine. Tu te la trop, Anghel.
Unde?
Încolo.
Încolo? Uite-l. Se mor.
Vezi de pe pod, slăbile player.
Tot raz. Trage în continuare. Bă, nu mai scrieți. Mă auzi, mă?
Ai pleci?
Mhm. Eu mâncavaș. Cum stau ăștia? Ia!
E bătut.
Băieții săraci cum stăteau acolo.
Să le dai să-i
Cum?
dai să le dai.
Ai văzut cum stăteau într-o cameră?
Ce poți? Clapul să faci 20 de kg.
Ăla erau bun rău, mă, da, stăteau acolo.
Da, mă.
E o pro player.
Să mor cum stăteau.
Acum faci 20 de kg.
Hai că 20. Îmi trebuie 6, frate. Trebuie să-i bat pe toți.
Da, să-i bați.
Dacă nu se omoară, da.
Da.
De-aia.
Nimic. Cum te joci tu două degetele așa?
Cum mă joc?
Cum te joci două degetele așa?
Păi bine. Că ți-aș talentul tău.
Ce? Ce zis?
Vezi că aici în față vai unul.
Știu.
Îți doi.
Chia.
Dacă te bătea asta, te înjuram. Pe bune. Dă-i cu finish. N-au dreptul să trăiască. Încă doi pe.
Mai lipsește unul.
Știu, dar nu.
Da.
Dați-aș ce m-a speriat ăsta.
Păi. M-am dat. Nu știu să mă joc cu două GTC. Scrie în stânga.
Stai cu datul ăla super.
Pro player-ul, la să-mi faci. La Pubg, bune. Încă 4. Era pe poartă pe ăla. Mamă, să pe capul la Jerry. Încă 2. Ți-am zis că faci 20 de minute, mă, nu știu.
Da, mă.
Ai autopick-up-ul activat?
Ce?
Ai autopick-up-ul activat?
Da.
Da.
Pune-ți viața.
Da, uite smoking.
Piti, pui mei. Se joacă la scrim.
Uite.
Știe.
E bun rău ăla, e pro player. L-a dat acolo.
Ia uite-l.
Dar unde, mă? Unde-i? Mă, la cât ai schimb? La 10 minute?
Da, la 10 minute.
Mamă, la chiar joacă tine. Dar și tu... Nu te bate pe tine asta. Îl bați. E da 6x cu full, mă.
Salut, salut.
Mamă, bine. Lavi cu... Go.
Go home.
Tai, 20 de kg.
I-am zis. Nu mă cred.
Unde este mâncat ăsta rândul tău?
Ești curată.
Te pup. GG. Să mor. Cu și am scream să mor de nou. Trebuie să se aruncă în aer peste la screamuri.
Se dă de la de merit.
Hm?
Se dă de la de merit.
Vezi că nu te aud.
Se dă de la de merit.
Da, acum vezi că mi-au report să mor.
Bă, ți-al dat, mă. Ești prost.
Mi-ai dat report, mă?
Ți-al dat de la de merit.
Bă, nu joc, intru acum la Norofean la 4v4. Repede.
Aveam screen, bă, prostule.
Știu că aveam.
Hai, tot.
Dați acolo un share, subscribe, un like.
Da, bă, adevărat.
Să mor.
Vrei să ți-l pun aici pe Lorafel?
Nu îl punem, mă, de...
Nu avem nevoie.
Hai să
Nu
vedem
să
să
dea
ne încălzim
chestii.
puii mei.
Haide.
Mă, bine, dă-i de mine, rupe-l. Ce?
Dai, ai în pro. Dă să-și comută de mea.
Da, da. Pardone. Pardone, mamă, corpoeră, vezi?
Mor. Cred că o să-mi scriem și jale. Hai acolo cu mine de abonat să mor.
Cât?
Team match.
50.
Let's go.
Câți abonați ai?
First point for the red team.
104 îl dat.
Păi trebuie să dau.
Hai să mor și prost am tras.
Cover me. Reloading. Target down.
Pleacă bot.
Nu le fac. Bă, dar tot așa, mă. Să mor. Un kill am. Ești prost?
Bă, vreau să mă bag și după la noroc. Joc și eu.
Ce?
Mă joc și eu cu bot. Mă joc și eu după la noroc.
Să fac live nimica. Un kill am, ești prost. Nu mâncava-și talentul vostru. Ce dracu mâncam pas, mâncava-și gura voastră. Nu că eu am 4.
Bravo, loșul i-a văzut ghilara de pe partea ta.
Bă, dar tot timpul mă să mor eu.
Bă! Down.
Bă, morbid.
Bine, bă. Să dă cu arba.
Ia, mâncați așa fetelul tot.
Hai bă, să mă faci cu la rume. Ciao.
Nice shot. Cover me.
Ce prost ești. Dați-mă viețile mele acolo cu un like-ul pernic.
110 doamnă ăla.
Cum?
110 al dat.
Da, de ce e și de asta am pro?
Reloading. Kill. Cover me.
Killing spree for the red team.
Ce naiba trag așa prost, nu știu.
Reloading.
Bine, străi.
Target down. Nice shot. Cover me. Great. You're about to win.
The blue team is about to win. Killing spree for the blue team.
Expired. Cover me.
Yeah.
Half of the match is over, and the blue team is in the lead. Killing spree for the blue team.
Aici mă speriat ăsta.
Victory.
Da, așa.
Faci și fetelii.
Cava sufletelul vostru.
Da, așa.
Ce narcis? Haideți mă, mai unul să facem 50 de abonați.
Da, Anghel.
Da.
Să vezi ce fain se editează aia cu 20 de kilori. 26 v-am dat în total.
Păi da, dar poți să le pui din amândouă meciuri, n-ar ce să le tai, nu?
Ce?
Poți să pui din două meciuri, poți să le tai, nu? Poți să pui acolo unde am făcut 18 și aia unde am făcut 20, nu?
22 am făcut.
Ce?
Păi le tai, vă, nu le postezi așa, le tai așa și le postezi după.
Acolo unde am bătut toți.
Hello, what's your name?
Tăiți și asta și după aia îți la
My
scriu.
name is Chinaman. What's your name?
Mă rog, băieții mei. Auzi?
Man.
Tu ești abonat acolo la mine?
Nu.
Ha, Nubi?
Nu, mă, nu.
Te abonează, ce?
Pe ce să fiu abonat?
Pe YouTube.
Păi nu mi-e că nu am cum să mă abonez.
Păi de ce?
Încă mi-am făcut cont. Cum te cheamă pe YouTube?
Ce?
Cum te cheamă?
4 Warriors EU.
4 Warriors EU?
Da. Despărțit EU. Bă, Narcis. Dar de ce nu mai scrie cât timp am live? Am de live?
Vrei să zic eu cât timp ai de live?
Am aproape 2 ore. Să am ora.
De aproape 2 ore.
Știu asta nici eu. Bă, așa. Să moară, dacă nu i-a spar pe ăștia pe bootcamp, jur. Ce, să opresc live-ul să-l pornesc după scrim? Că nu pot să joc cu ăsta.
Păi după scriu?
Da.
Că-l după ce te lua cu scrivorile?
Da.
La oprește și jucă-l după.
Dăm
Da, bine, mă, femeia că oprești și live-ul. Ne vedem după scrim. Și facem după forță drumuri.